Hi Pisces, I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm going to get right into this. Let's pull some general energies for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to be pulling your crowning oracle from the Whispers of Love because we do have this Venus and Neptune conjunction on the 27th, which is going to be really sweet. That's a beautiful conjunction that happens about once a year, right? Venus is exalted in Neptune. I'm starting with you guys because you guys have it in your first house. So this is a lovely energy. When we think Neptune, we think everything love, we think money, we think connections to ourself, our self-worth. All of this is going to be beautifully aspected in the dreamy sign of Neptune in your house of self. So it's just, you're going to be more attractive this week. Anything Venusian. You're going to be wanting to do something with somebody in your life that you love, going to have a really good Venusian delicious meal, go out for a couple of drinks with your friends who you love. It doesn't have to only be intimate. You know, it can be any area of your life that you really love. It could be you really enjoying your work. It could be you just really connecting with the aspects of things that you love. Anything in your house of self. That's a big house, right? So I really do like that. For you, we have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. So this is about opening yourself up this week, Pisces. Opening yourself up to anything in the heart space that has to do with love. So again, if you're not open to romantic love, that's okay. I mean, this is opening yourself up to new friendships, or it doesn't even have to be brand new. It could just be reaching out to somebody and saying, you know what, why don't we go have a drink, or why don't we go have a meal, or, you know, what are you doing? Let's go to a museum, or, you know, anything like that. Anything that's gonna, you know, feed your heart space. You have to open yourself up in order to attract it to yourself. So some of you guys might have been in a space of being closed off lately. So this is just about opening yourself up. This is a lighter energy this week, guys. It just is, thank God. I mean, right? Because last week with that, you know, that moon passing those trigger points that I was talking about, you know, it aspected our moon points in a little bit of a challenging way. So let's get a gift and let's get a challenge. And yeah, so it's good that we have like a kind of a good cool week in between things, right? And we have a lot of stuff going on with you guys coming up in February. Oh, that was a very bad shuffle. So your gift this week is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. That's your gift. It's a Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. Okay, so it's about like spirituality and work, your belief system in work. So, you know, you guys might be taking a rest, because also when we have this placement in the first house, a lot of you guys might just be feeling like you just want to chill out, maybe take a bubble bath, a long hot shower, just kind of stay home, you know, because Sagittarius is about moving and doing. It's your belief system. It's all of that. And Capricorn is all about your area of work and pushing it, and what you're doing for work, and you know, having to deal with all these different connections in your life and just going, and you just might be like, you know what, I just kind of want to take just a chill pill and just relax. I want to just enjoy this week. So this is you maybe calling somebody up saying, you know what, you want to just go hang out somewhere and just do something fun, you know, in that, you know, with that Neptunian energy. Let's just go have a good time somewhere, you know. So that's a nice gift, nice easy peasy gift. So I do like it, yeah. So the way these work, guys, just to remind you, those of you who aren't familiar with the gift and the challenge, this is the recent past, this is where you are now, this is a challenge, and this is the future. And this is just for this week. So we're coming out of a space here where, yeah, Seven of Swords reversed. There was like a lot of stress, and I feel like this has to do with either a relationship that was taxing you, having to do with intimate relationship, family member, friend, doesn't really matter, it could be work, but just any situation where you were finding yourself in discord with somebody, and this could even be mental, about, you know, what's true, what's not true. And this is the card of thievery too. So, you know, that's the general, it's the general vibe of the energy, but that could show up in you know, in the 3D in different ways. So it could literally be about arguing or trying to think about what's real, what's not, what's true, what's not. And you really feeling like this is just really not your issue, you know, but you feeling like you're not being heard, you know, in the reverse. So there was some sort of discord in your life where you feel like you weren't being recognized, you weren't being heard, your truth was not being accepted. It's at least how you felt. Okay, now this could also indicate somebody's mask falling off, or some situation presenting itself as being other than you initially thought it was. So if this has to do with work, it could be like you realizing that where you are, you know, at work, or things that were supposed to go a certain way just ended up not going a certain way. But isn't that just reflective of the energy that was going on last week? You know, just with the Aquarius energy, it's like, boom, you know, Neptune is here. Things are not the way, you know, things didn't roll out the way they were supposed to. We were all kind of feeling that, but I get that you guys were feeling this pretty heavy here. So this could be you realizing that a person was not the way they presented themselves to be, a job was not the way it was supposed to be. But this could even have to do with just like the mundane everyday, things just not going the way they were supposed to go, and dealing with a lot of annoying challenges having to do with relationships and just situations that were creeping up in your life. And you're just like, why is nothing going the way I thought it was? Or what, you know, what the hell is going on here? Do you know what I mean? Or things taking much longer than they should have. You know, that's the Seven of Swords energy. It's just things not going away, not going in accordance to what you thought that was supposed to be true, okay? Anything like that. And then we have you right now. We have the Emperor. Beautiful. I mean, I get this. Having Venus and Neptune in your first house, large and in charge. I mean, I like this. You know what I like about the Emperor energy is the Emperor is, it's a beautiful Aries energy. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And Aries is the baby of the zodiac. You know, it's the baby, it's the first sign. So this is all about wanting to do something fresh and fun and taking charge, right? Because Aries is also the leader of the zodiac. So this is you guys getting a fire in your belly to do something really fun and exciting, and just really kind of, even if you don't know exactly where you're going, there's such a beautiful energy and vibe this week that you're planning, you're at least in the planning stage if you're not actually doing it. And I recommend you guys just do something really fun this week anyway, just because of the energies. But really positive aspects are going to be hitting you just out of nowhere, serendipitously. I really like it. Now, for many of you, the Page of Pentacles is going to be the challenge here. So this can be the idea of a new connection. So for some of you, this could have to do with work, but I feel like for many of you, because this is an earth of the suit of earth. So this is a very earthy energy and all that means. So it could be mental, physical, emotional connections with somebody. Could be a challenge this week. Starting a new cycle in work could be a challenge this week. Money might be an issue for this week. You might feel like you want to do something really cool, really special, but you might be like, I'm not sure if I have the money for it. But I feel like this is going to be a challenge in this area for you. But, you know, it's the reason I'm not that worried about it is it's not a brand new something. So this is, I feel like this is just a little bit of a hiccup, and you trying to kind of reorganize your pentacle space. So, you know, what do you even really want from connection? Like, what do you really want? Because I feel like a lot of you are just not feeling in tune and in touch with a lot of people in your life. Not everybody, but a lot of people in your life. You know, and then that's just, listen, that's just what you guys have a lot going down in your 11th house this year. And, you know, we're entering stage 2 of that whole process. So you might just be feeling like a little out of sync with your friend group. You might just be feeling a little like disenchanted in the, you know, in your heart space as far as the person that you're with. But I feel like it's something that communication could certainly solve if you're with somebody. If you're not with somebody, this could be really getting in touch with what it is that you feel like was the issue in a past relationship, or getting in touch with what it is that you really want, and really getting in touch with what you need. And that might not be a very comfortable thing to access this week for you. It might not be comfortable, but it's really well aspected for you to do that kind of thinking, because there's a very compassionate vibe this week. There's an open-mindedness to this week. So it's really beautiful to think about, you know, if I'm not feeling really like cool with my friends or this relationship or how relationships have been going in my life, just really thinking about it from a healthier perspective. And you're going to really, I mean, you're going to end up as the high priestess this week. This is beautiful. Just very in touch and in tune with your intuition and knowing ultimately what your next step really should be. This is where we start entering the I know what I have to do phase, and we're leaving the I have no idea what the hell is going on phase. Like, I know needs to be change, but you're really starting to get this idea of where everything needs to go. And I like the Venus and Neptune energy here because you're allowing yourself to be you, right? And really tap into what's true for you in that dreamy energy that you guys are ruled by. But again, Venus is not only about love and money, it's also about getting in touch with our sense of self-worth and what we want for ourselves in a really beautiful, healthy way. So really nice gift, really, really nice gift for you guys this week. Yeah, you guys are just going to be like, let's just go do something fun. Now the challenge here is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is an earth of the suit of air energy. And what that means is it's the most practical element of the air energy, like in a very practical way, getting down to the nuts and bolts of communication, of truth, getting to the core of a truth. So that as you enter this new cycle, you're entering it in reality. And the challenge here is Swords energy in Neptune, not so, it's not a big deal, but it's just understand that whatever it is that you're thinking or you're feeling this week, you know, because of the Neptunian influence, you might feel like you have the answer and you know exactly what it is that you want. But Neptune always adds like a little like fairy dust on everything, a little smoke and mirror action, a little dreamy element. Okay, so you might feel like, I know exactly what I want. Well, wait, do I really want that? You know what I mean? As far as the truth goes, I swear that this is what happened in that relationship. Oh, wait a minute. Am I remembering things correctly? And that could be a little challenging for you guys to get in touch with. So past, present, you challenge. Yeah, it makes sense. And your outcome. Yeah, I like it. So this just indicates that whatever's on your heart in your challenge, the blessing doesn't have to do anything with your challenge. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. So this is telling me that you're thinking very much about something that you left. And this could, or something that you want to leave. There's this idea of leaving something toxic. But the thing is, when we have this in the reverse, it can indicate you leaving it mentally at least. Can be in the 3D, but at least mentally. Knowing that, because sometimes we recognize that we're in unhealthy situations, but we can't just up and leave. That's illogical. You know, whether it's a job or some sort of domestic situation or even a friendship, for goodness sake. I mean, you just don't up and leave, you know, or hopefully you don't. I mean, but this is indicating something that you did leave or already, or that you're planning on leaving and you have done at least mentally in the past. Right? Because you identified it as something that's toxic, but I get you questioning that. You're going to be questioning this ending to something that went on in your life, or this desire to end something in your life. So maybe, excuse me, so for some of you, maybe you're in a job or a relationship that you're actually thinking about leaving. You know, you were thinking about leaving in the past, and you being in this space of revisiting that idea, or you actually left that relationship, or somebody left you. Right? Where there was this ending in some way. And you're really going to be thinking about that. You're going to be thinking right now, you're going to be all about justice and what's fair. What's fair? And I like that for this week a lot, because justice is Libra, and who rules Libra but Venus. So you're going to be in a very supportive space to really get in touch with the truth of things and really get in touch front and center with what's fair, what's not. How have you been fair or unfair? How have the people in your life been fair or unfair? And you really getting in touch with the truth. You're really looking at a situation saying, was it as bad as I thought it was? Or was it as good as I thought it was? And really trying to figure out, you know, all of that. But even though this is in your challenge, it's only in your challenge because you're being pushed to really look at things in reality during a time where Pisces just wants to think dreamy. But you're going to have this poke at you to think about these things. And you're going to be, many of you are going to be realizing, like, maybe I didn't handle things in the best way. I could have handled that thing better. Or I was being treated and the situation was being handled in a really unfair way to me. And you really getting front and center with that. And it may be not feeling so good. Now, the struggle within this challenge is the Four of Pentacles, and this is about you just feeling very in a space self-protection. Really protecting yourself. So some of you might be in a space of just wanting to protect your money. Some of you might want to be in a space of just protecting yourself. But there's this idea of feeling the need to self-protect. So whatever's coming up here in this challenge, whatever truth it is that you're thinking about, it's making you feel highly uncomfortable. And we do go into these modes within ourselves where we want to self-protect even to ourselves. Isn't that interesting? That we do go into these, where as we're recognizing truths about ourselves or about situations that we're dealing with, we actually try to validate things away. And that's a form of self-protection that we put forth inside of ourselves. It's a very interesting psychology. And then the outcome here is the Eight of Pentacles. And I like this. You're struggling here, but this is all good. I actually think this is a very healthy challenge for you. The Eight of Pentacles is a new cycle, a new start in connection, a new cycle in money. This is the Apprentice energy. This is indicating that you're entering this next phase of connection, of mental, emotional, and physical connection. You're recognizing that there needs to be a new cycle started. You need to start it based in truth. And this could have to do with work, a friendship, a family connection, or an intimate relationship. So this is getting really, really honest with yourself about what was right, what wasn't in the past, what really happened. You struggling through really being dead ass honest with yourself, because we have that Four of Pentacles in the struggle space there, right? So it's going to be hard to do that. But at the end of it, you're going to be able to really figure out what you need in order to enter this next cycle where there's going to be abundance happening. Because the Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the hard work, but it's going to that Nine of Pentacles. It's like the work that you started in that Seven Pentacles space, you're going to continue it, but you're going to be challenged to move forward in this way if you're not really honest with yourself about what's happened in the past. And that's going to be the big challenge here. But the energy is here for you to tap into if you're really honest with yourself. So you want to let this be your outcome energy. Let this be your outcome energy through truth, through figuring out all these things that have happened up to this point, having to do with this person or the situation that's on your heart. And, and resolve to fix it. So, and what I mean by that is fixing it could be, if you're recognizing that something was really bad for you, Pisces, just let it go. Work on letting it go. Whatever you have to do, whether it's, getting counseling or, anything like that to really get this bad thing out of your energetic field if you feel that it was really unjust for you. If you feel like you were really unfair to somebody else, it's time for you to reach out to them and just make amends. Because you are wanting this. You are. Even though you're scared and even though there's fear here. And remember, like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Don't allow your fears to get in the way of you bringing love into your life. And the thing is this, and I always talk about this, when we hold on to negative energy, whether it's because of something that we did to somebody else or because of what somebody did to us, that creates emotional blocks. And those emotional blocks are going to get in the way of what's meant to come in to manifest in our life. So you really want to release wherever it is you need to release, but it's got to all be based in truth. This is you turning over a new leaf and being very dead ass honest with yourself. So I really like it. It's a challenge because it's uncomfortable, but it's good. It's a good gift still. I consider this to be all a gift. in my understanding of this is it might be uncomfortable, but sometimes, what am I kidding? All the time. Growth isn't comfortable, but this is really good. I like this. You guys are just going to be like, doing that Neptunian chill with a friend or somebody you might even be doing it by yourself. You know, anything like Venusian, going to a museum, having a couple of nice meals, couple of good drinks, you know, appreciating something that you consider beautiful, maybe doing some shopping, going to get a makeover, go get a massage, you know, anything that's beautiful and lovely like that. Focusing on your money. Some of you might be doing that, you know, anything that makes you feel good. Let's just pull a couple of oracles here. So if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to your soul. And we have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Manifesting miracles. That is exactly what that's like. Like attracts like. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So this has to do with love. This has to do with love. Love call. Stabbed in the back. The dragonfly. So let's put it in context. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul, and we have love call to qualify that. So someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. So this is you either reaching out or you being open to somebody re-entering your life or entering your life in the first place. Then we have under transformation, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So the qualifier here is stabbed in the back. There's heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. But that element is going to be transformed. So there's going to be some sort of communication here. So there's definitely, if you're resonating with this, there's going to be, from the separation, there's going to be a transformation. So there's going to be this communication coming in. For many of you, I think it's something that you really thought was like gone. Yeah, this is beautiful. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. We have the dragonfly to qualify. So this is about being lighthearted. That's what this whole week is about, being lighthearted. This is about finding out, things coming to light. That has to do with that Page of Swords energy. This has to do with you adapting, changing, and healing. Adapting, changing, and healing. Really nice. So for those of you in the space of where you're in no contact, again, I do get this reconnection energy where things are energetically supported for there to be a transformation into a healthier space. And obviously, guys, as I always say, if they did you dirty, keep them at the curb. Don't re-engage with them. Just don't re-engage. You know, we're energetic beings with free will. If it doesn't feel like something that was supposed to be in your life, that's what's kind of messy about the general energies, right? Because I would never be a proponent if you were in a highly dysfunctional relationship with a narcissist for you to re-engage with that person. I'd be like, you know, rejection is protection there, and just keep it going. But if there's love here, and you guys know what I mean, you know if you're in that space with somebody where there was just a hot mess of a misunderstanding or a lot of arguing because you guys were scared or there was fear of intimacy, whatever, the energy does support that you guys can definitely reconnect in a beautiful way. Really beautiful. So anyway, Pisces, that is what I have for you for this last week of January 2020. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.